I was reading through Barbara Brown Taylor's book, An Altar in the World, again. It's a very handy book for finding very practical theology and world interpretation all around us. And I happened into the chapter about living with purpose, and there is a ghostliness that she talks about that sometimes when we're trying to discern God's will for our lives, we get caught up in the big picture of everything. And I think in our own world, we can also get caught up in the existential dread of everything that's going on around us. And it can lead us to live in a kind of ghostly sort of way when we're not really feeling grounded in the present of our moment. And she had what I feel like is a topical, a relatable practice for getting through this ghostliness. She writes, "Since I have felt that way myself, I have had to come up with ways to combat the ghostliness. The best cure is to find someone else's feet to wash, following the example of Jesus. But failing that, washing almost anything will do. When the old work has become meaningless and new purpose is hard to find, I recommend cleaning baseboards. In the first place, the warm water feels good on your hands. In the second place, you have to get down on your knees to do it. In the third place, the baseboards look terrific afterward, sometimes for as long as 3 months. Washing a dog also works, although large dogs may require more despondence than you actually have to work off. After drought sucked all of the water out of my shallow well earlier this year, I began taking my dirty clothes to the laundromat in town. The last time I did this was in 1978, which means I took about a dozen quarters with me this time. After I had loaded up the biggest washer with bed sheets and added the detergent, I stared at the lit red number 18 by the coin slot. What could it mean? Was this the 18th washer in the laundromat? Did the wash cycle require 18 minutes? After a brief period of meditation, I realized that I was meant to put 18 quarters in the slot. 18 quarters! As it turned out, though, I got a whole afternoon of playing with children, new neighbors, honest work, and sweet-smelling sheets for just a little over $4.50. I no longer call such tasks housework. I call them the domestic arts, paying attention to all the ways they return me to my senses. When the refrigerator has nothing in it but green onions that have turned into slime and plastic containers full of historic leftovers, I know my art is languishing. When I cannot tell whether that is a sleeping cat or a large dust ball under my bed, I know that I have been spending too much time thinking. It is time to get down on my knees. After I have spent a whole morning ironing shirts, folding linens, rubbing orange-scented wax into wood, and cleaning dead bugs out of light fixtures, I can hear the whole house purring for the rest of the afternoon. And I can often hear myself singing as well, satisfied with such simple domestic purpose. This is my practice, not yours, so please feel free to continue calling such work utter drudgery. The point is to find something that feeds your sense of purpose, and to be willing to look low for that purpose as well as high. It may be chopping wood. It may be running a corporation. Whatever it is, perhaps you will hold open the possibility that doing it is one way to learn what it means to become more fully human.